All right, guys, episode 3. Welcome to the Dabble Den. Appreciate you guys checking us out again. This is Tori. I'm back in my cat cave, so you can see my my collection behind me. No longer in the bedroom of the condo, and I got my two co-hosts on. Say hi, guys.
How's it going? Hey, it's Danny. I'm right in the depths of the den with a little torchlight here. I'm going to be going up to the higher levels pretty soon.
Yeah, Danny's still stuck in the 18th century. For me, I've got a nice little aquarium giving me light. What's going on, guys? Dan here. Great to be back. Great to see you guys again.
Well, I'm super excited to introduce our guest for this week. Not only is she super knowledgeable about our top subject, but she's the one that actually makes all this stuff get together. It's our producer, Sam.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Sam.
I'm Sam. My big thing is actually Marvel. I love all things Marvel. And then I'm also kind of staying more towards the, I know you're going to hate me, 1 through 3 episodes of Star Wars.
Oh.
I know. Everybody hates me. I know. It was a generational thing. They came out when I was like that growing up, so it's great.
You're not a 7 through 9 fan, so I think I'll forgive you at least.
That's true. Not a 7 through 9 fan.
As long as you don't have a bunch of Jar Jar Binks stuff behind you, I think you're going to be all right.
No. Star Trek.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and move into our first segment, everybody's favorite. What fig pins did Danny get this week?
All right, I'm going to put a little disclaimer here. I know that everybody tunes in for this and doesn't stick around for too long. We've heard a lot from our fans. We're going to try to go in and tighten it up this week. We're going to split things up, and we'll let you know about the format a little bit later on. But stay tuned after this part. So I don't have too much to share today. I know that there's been a lot, if you're into fig pins, there's a lot of the Awesome Fest pins that were recently released to anybody who got the invitation to go to Awesome Fest during ECCC, which didn't take place. The ECC, Emerald City Comic Con exclusives, if you won the lottery, they're coming out. Some people already have them in hand. They're going to be shipped out next week to everybody else, it seems like. But for me, didn't get any of the Awesome Fest ones. I got some of the ECC ones, but I only have 2 to share today. So let's see. Where am I? There we go. Zamazoo. Let's see if I can get a good. There we go.
Nice.
And we got the Chase
Yes.
Hello Kitty. So it's pink and green this time around. Again, my torchlight doesn't do this justice. Next week we'll get clear pictures of everything that I have in store for you guys.
Hey, are the chases, are there like power levels and stuff like that, like inherently higher than the normal, or no, it's all randomized?
So in theory, yes, just because there's the edition size is much smaller. So if there's less of a pin, then the power level would go up.
All right.
But the levels with the power right now, they can fluctuate so much right now, just because if you have a friend to boost you, if you have a collective of individuals that to boost you, those levels, the initial starting levels, just don't make that big of a difference any longer as they once did.
Makes sense.
But since I don't have anything else to show, I do want to go and sneak something in that I got also that I'm really happy about. Nobody knows about it, but I got a Mondo puzzle. So it's the Iron Giant. I love the Iron Giant. If you guys haven't had a Mondo puzzle or Mondo poster ever, check them out. They're amazing pieces of work. So I'm really excited to get this one taken care of pretty soon.
Their Infinity War, that the poster and then the puzzle. That's one of my favorite graphics of all time. That thing's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, Sam, I know we talked about that, or is it 2 weeks ago? The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
So you want to show us that?
Yeah. So we got in the Mandalorian pins, and it has a really nice thick jacket, and then it opens up. These pins are top grade. I collect Disney park pins, and I love these pins because they are just really good grade. They've got a nice finish on them. Their color is very vibrant and fun. So I think that if you can still get them, I would highly, highly recommend getting these.
Those are really nice. They look big too.
Yeah, they're really thick. Let me see if I can take one off. So the thickness on these is looks like a millimeter or so. They're very nice, thick pins, got the nice backing, very, very well done.
Just really good quality for the price.
Yes. Yes.
It's not often you can snatch a Star Wars thing that's nice for cheap.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we'll go ahead and go into our exclusive releases. I think, Sam, you're going to kick us off.
Yeah, so the first exclusives we're going to introduce are actually those XMen Pops. I am a huge fan of Pops, but I love these because they really seem to capture what the X-Men look like. The Jean Grey looks awesome. Storm, they all look really good, and they're all kind of in that animated stance. Most of them are in their classic stance. We got a couple that are coming out with Walmart. Magneto is that going up to Walmart, and then we also have one of Mystique with her eyes are kind of shimmery. So it's a really great set of pops that are coming out this time around, and a lot of them too for X-Men.
Has it really been 20 years since the movie? Because those are all the movies.
I guess so.
Oh man, I'm getting old.
And just some really good X-Men Funkos. I mean, we don't have a huge collection of those out yet. Some of the classic series have released, but I mean, these are just top notch.
Yeah, that's good.
And even even Wolverine, his claws are just so long, and they're all they're out by themselves, so you see them extended and everything. It looks really cool. Plus, you get 2 different Wolverines for his different phases.
It's a nice set. It's a big, like you said, it's a big release for.
It is a big release.
Yeah, that's nice. All right, Danny, what do you got for us?
Well, I know that after all of you guys have gone tucked into bed, you're always thinking, you know what? I could really use a 2-foot Joker looking at me from the corner of my room. So, someone's going to make that happen. And what is it? Oh my goodness. A museum Masterline has a over 2 foot tall Joker. It has a whole bunch of different accessories. Great look. It really has a really good attention to detail on it as well. But with all that detail, there's going to be a nice little price tag of it of $1,300.
Yeah, I think I'm not a statue collector. We'll have an episode soon about like statue collecting, but that's not a bad price. And man, the detail is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you had to get a close up on this face, and that's not a picture from the movie or anything. That's what the statue is supposed to look like.
Yeah, go on.
You made a great point. That's something you definitely wouldn't want to be waking up to.
I mean, it has a lot of props. It has guns, a book. It has a couple different pair of hands. It has the clown mask too. I don't know if we have an image of the clown mask, but he's also there. I mean, you can really go ahead and swap in and out different accessories, so you can really have your own unique look, how you feel that day. If you feel a little happy, there you go, the clown mask. Or if you feel a little bit more diabolical, you have the regular look.
That thing's awesome. All right, thanks. All right, how about you, Dan?
Yeah, so got a great set of Batman action figures coming out. It's all in the White Knight series. And I'm blanking on who these are coming out from off the top of my head.
McFarlane.
McFarlane, that's it. But I mean, if you're a fan of Batman, if you're a fan of the comics, these are extremely detailed. It's coming with a bunch of accessories. Phenomenal set of action figures if you're something you collect, and don't have a release date on these yet, but they're definitely coming in soon.
Those look good. He's always put out amazing stuff.
Yeah, I mean, multiple faces, multiple hands, all around. This is going to be a great set.
Yeah, as a toy collector, as a action figure collector, keep an eye on those. If you really want to pick those up, try to pre-order them if you can. They will be hard to find, some of them. I know that Batman will be, even the Joker one. So it's going to be the Azrael. They all actually look really, really good.
Hey, it's cool. All right, I'll close this out with exclusives. I was going to go over Hasbro announced their next wave of the Black Series, and then most of these are available for pre-order right now. I think one of the ones everybody's clamoring over is the Mandalorian in his, am I saying it right? Beskar? Is that how you say his, the new armor? And then they're also releasing a big set of Rebels, and then the Ahsoka. So a couple of those are brand new. A couple are re-releases if you missed it last time. And then go back one, Dan. So in this original set, I know a couple of these are re-releases, but a lot of people are collecting, they're kind of completists with the troopers, and you're getting a new Vader, and you're getting Akbar, and then that one in the corner is the Empire Luke with Yoda you can put on his back. So that one's pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and then all of these are available for pre-order, and then I think if you go on I'll have to look it up after and we'll make sure and post it, but I'm pretty sure it's Dork Star Toys. You can or Entertainment Earth, you can pre-order an 8, you can go on in I think it's like $165 and you can buy an 8-pack of all of these. And if you guys collect Black Series, some of these are going to be $20 if you can catch them, and you can go down and get them in the secondary market for like $15 a couple months later, and then a lot of them, if you miss it out of the pre-order, they're going to cost you between like $70 or $80 on the secondary market. So if any of these interest you, I'd grab it. And then go for it. Another one that everybody's super excited about is the Heavy Infantry Mandalorian. That one was, when it came out, it was a Best Buy exclusive that was super hard to get. So this is the re-release of it, and it's not an exclusive. So most people missed out on that. So everybody's excited to get that. He's like, I think that was actually John Farber in the show, wasn't it? Crammed into the outfit. That's a super cool one.
Oh man. Well,
and then the Child. I think everybody pre-ordered the Child. I think they were doing pre-order for like $10, and then they must have made a ton of them because you can still grab it if you missed out on the Child from the pre-release.
They must have, because like anything with the Child is, people are all over him right now.
Well, because they waited so long, it was weird that was a weird thing of Disney not to have toys out for everything, just, for the money grab. No, they honestly waited, and we didn't know about this until you're watching on the show. Normally any Marvel stuff, like you knew about the time heist suits, like 6 to 8 months before the movie came out because of Lego toys and action figures already out before the movie. Yeah, the Child, we didn't get anything until that thing was on TV.
Yeah, the Child was the best kept secret there.
All right, guys, we'll go ahead and move into shows that have either just dropped or are dropping in the next couple of days that have been are making a big deal out of. Go ahead and lead us off, Dan and Sam.
So we're actually talking Marvel's the Avengers or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And I like it. I really enjoy Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Although the last couple of seasons were a little weird, but I really enjoyed I enjoyed Phil, and just how he has led the team.
This is it, right? Is this is the final season?
No, I think they've got another season coming out. Season 7, I think I saw.
Yeah. Really interesting to be able to see that they're coming out with another season. I know at Comic-Con they said that they were done. The funding had kind of fallen out on them. So super excited to see that they're coming out with another series.
So I know that we may or may not be doing spoilers here, but last time that I saw it, Coulson was gone. Is he gone?
Are we talking Avengers movie gone? Or are we talking about Agents of Shield.
Agents of Shield gone.
It's Marvel, right? I mean, how many times have we seen somebody come back from the dead on this? So,
All right, fair enough.
I'm going to go. Next up, we got on Apple TV, the Central Park. That one's been getting a ton of buzz because it's from the creators of Bob's Burger. So you're getting them kind of released on a streaming service instead of TV. So you can expect probably some wilder things. And then the cast is nuts because it's Josh Gad, Kristen Bell, Titus Burgess from, we talked about Kimmy Schmidt a couple of weeks ago. It looks like an amazing voice cast. And then it's on Apple TV, so probably something cool to check out. I don't know too much about it yet. That one, and then the other one that just dropped, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday, was Space Force Season 1 on Netflix.
Yeah.
So I already binged and finished it up last night, but you got Steve Carell and Greg Daniels, coming together again. And if you like sitcoms, you probably know Greg Daniels. He's King of the Hill, Parks and Rec, Office. He's the one that gave us all of those. So I liked Space Force. It was good, and it got better toward the end of the season. Just now that I've seen all of the episodes, it's like very disjointed. Like everyone has a different feel. I almost feel like it's almost too big for the writing styles. I liked Parks and Rec, and you think The Office, and you think King of Hill is a very compressed and then like character driven, witty. I think Space Force maybe try to take on too big a subject, and then it's very much pulling from the headlines where you never see the POTUS, but he's tweeting, and that's the reason for the Space Force, and then different things that are going on. But it is funny. I mean, there was several episodes that laugh out loud funny. Steve Carell, you can never go wrong with. So definitely recommend it. It's a great offering on Netflix.
I have a question for you on that one.
Yeah.
How's the production quality on it? Is it pretty good?
Yeah.
Okay.
It does look really good. And then most of it is, so I say it's too big. The majority of it is kind of like at Space Force headquarters. It's not like a Battlestar Galactica thing where, it's like space fights and stuff like that. Whenever there's anything in space, it's usually them seeing it on the big screen. Like if you were in Houston at, I forgot what that's even called, but no, it looks great. And then everything coming out on like streaming services, usually, they're spending good money on it. I'm sure. I don't know if we're going to get a season 2. Netflix doesn't tell us their numbers, but you got to assume this thing's getting a lot of downloads, so we're going to see it again.
Yeah, I mean, so I think we're 2 episodes in, and again, seeing Steve Carell, as the main character on the show, and seeing his energy into it, him singing the Beach Boys song to calm himself down. I mean, keep giving me that kind of stuff. Whether or not it's better than King of the Hill, whether or not it's better than The Office or Parks and Rec, don't really care as much. But give me good content. Let me enjoy watching the show while it's out there.
So I think my thing is, so Michael Scott's one of my favorites of all times, and if you go back and like watch Office again, Michael changed so much from the early seasons to later on, and became so much more likable. Space Force, it seems to me they're trying to cram, like, he's dumb and you don't like him, he's ignorant, plus you love him. And, it took seasons for us to get that feeling from Michael Scott, where he just wasn't the annoying boss, like the Ricky Gervais, like, template. He grew. Space Force are kind of like trying to cram in all at once. You like him, but you dislike him. He's, a bungling idiot. And then no, he's like, super sincere and wanting to say, it's so quick. They're trying to cram both things in at once. I think that might be one of my issues with it.
Yeah, character development.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say character development. You really got to do it.
I found it interesting that they dropped it right as they were sending the astronauts back into space today.
But the supporting cast, John Malkovich is like, it's a supporting cast is not, the whole cast is great. I really liked it. Just don't go into it thinking it's going to be Sam thinks it's better than The Office, but don't go into it thinking it's going to be better than The Office, and I think you'll be okay. What you got for us, Danny?
Well, this week, if you have heard, HBO Max went ahead and launched. So, I went ahead and was able to go ahead and sign on, take a look, see what some of the offerings were. I like it. I like the layout. I know there's a little bit of a I guess people are having some issues that, that's not 4K right now. There's a lot of things that can't be streamed on 4K. But in terms of their offerings, it's decent. I know that it has the full collection of HBO programming, which to me, it's not an entire plus, since I've always had HBO in some form, whether it's on demand with having an HBO package. But if you haven't, it's great. You're able to go ahead and get a lot of their original program that they've had. I know that I'm happy about being able to go ahead and have Curb Your Enthusiasm all in one place. Game of Thrones, if you haven't seen that, it's all on there. Even their newer stuff. I know that I had somebody asked me the question of, how is it updating the newer seasons? And I know I know this much is true. And Insecure, their newest episodes were there right away. They typically have new episodes on Sundays. By Thursday, I think it was Thursday's launch, they were already on there. If you like your Adult Swim, there's a lot of great content there. You have all 3 seasons of Rick and Morty. Now the 4th season, which is currently going on, not there, but it'll eventually show up. But I know that in my household, there's a fan of Steven Universe. She was trying to go ahead and watch it on Hulu. Got 4 seasons. She was like, left me on a cliffhanger. I know there's more. HBO Max got you covered on that 5th season. So it has a lot of great stuff. And I would also describe what they have on the DC side as a poor man's DC Universe subscription. It doesn't have all of the content that they have there. They do have some of the shows. I know that they have some of the movies, not the ones I think most people wanted to see. I think that they may add some more content there. In terms of their original Max programming, a little light, but overall, it's a good experience. The value, we'll talk about the value later on in our next show.
I saw, like you said, the poor man's version. They've also done the same with, I didn't realize, you can never know who owns what, but they did the same thing with Crunchyroll, and then they've pulled like 7 or 8 of the popular shows from Crunchyroll, which is the anime streaming services, if you don't know, and added them on there. And then my family, we're Studio Ghibli, like Spirited Away is like one of my favorite movies of all time. And then that's really now HBO has it. We own 3 or 4 of them on Amazon, but that's the only place that has the U.S. rights to stream any of those now. So if you're a fan of Ponyo or any of those, that's where you got to go to see it now.
Yeah, Ponyo, Spirited Away, My Neighbor Totoro, those are great, well done films. A lot of people have great joy, and people have been wanting to go and even be able to buy them on either like a Fandango Now or Vudu. They just were not available until recently, but now you can get them streamed on HBO Max. So it's a really great value there too.
Oh yeah.
Plus, we got all the like Friends and some of the older episodes they pulled from other network or other streaming services like Netflix. HBO Max has it.
Yeah. And I think their main headliner there was Friends. I'm not a Friends fan, but people wanted to see all the Friends. Friends is on there. Big Bang Theory is on there. So it has a lot of great stuff. If you go onto HBO Max, one of the first things that they put is the full collection of the Harry Potter movies, which it took me I think I may have spoken about this on the first episode. It took me forever to get through Harry Potter. I may watch it again now that it's on HBO Max. So
let's take a long weekend.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, just one last thing. The first thing I watched, if anybody wanted to know, is that late night Elmo show. I liked it. Elmo's adorable. That's it.
Is it kid friendly?
What?
Is it kid friendly or not so much?
No, absolutely it is. Yeah. So his co-host is Cookie Monster.
I'm trying to think of a non-friendly Elmo.
No, he's definitely friendly. It's a kid-friendly late show.
I'm trying to wrap my brain around Danny's eclectic taste, where one time we're talking about, I don't know, Hookup Island or whatever your favorite reality show is, and then the first thing you watch is the Elmo show.
You're all over the thing, right? We're getting a little bit of everything here in the Dabble Den.
Yeah, I'm sticking true to the name. I dabble in everything here.
All right, guys. Well, as Danny kind of alluded to earlier, we listened to some of the feedback. And then what we're going to do is a new format. We're going to have a couple episodes per week now. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this up for the week. We did our announcements and some of the shows coming out. And then we just talked about HBO Max. Next up on the episode, you should check out, we're going to, discuss the streaming wars. We went over HBO Max. We're going to talk about the other big guns, what the value is, what are you getting for your money, and then what's out there. So make sure and like, subscribe, and check us out. We appreciate everyone for coming into the Dabble Den. You guys have a great week.
Smash it. Smash it.
See you later, guys.